Hello again, it's me, Clockwork. Let me first apologise by lack of videos on BioShock, on the BioShock project. Some of these builds do take a little bit longer and I've been sidetracked with a couple other things. Without any further ado, let me introduce you to the farmer's market. This area is obviously connected to the Arcadia Parkland, which connects via this little airlock. As you can see, me and the team have tried to make this accurate as possible. Special thanks to William. You can spot out the details I've missed. Now through this tunnel, she's going hard enough, you can just see the winery and the beehives center. But as you can see, all the buildings that you can see are explorable. Moving in, the trickiest part here.
Tool of the parasite. Fontaine is dead. Rapture lives.
Sorry, just had to let that PA announcement pass. All that area is accessible and will be part of the multiplayer areas. Now the two areas we've added to in this room is this little bakery here, using custom head art. We've been able to add some extra cakes and donuts, along with the kitchen, little storage room. Sorry folks, hay fever's pretty bad this time of year. Now we'll go over there in a moment. For the time being, we'll explore the rest of the in-game locations. Over here we have the stores for players to use, complete with custom map art. Now that 1.20.1 is coming out, we should be able to add some more art to this pack. Crap. Yeah, these are the vents, the access panels you can get into in the game. That one goes up and into there. I'm not going to try because I get stuck easily. Following a little path down here, we have the pumpkin vegetation stand, the veggie stands. And as weird as this little viewpoint is, it is accurate. And we have some pumpkins. I'm showing you this because this is funny. We have a jack of iron. And yes, my art is really that bad. But another news. Heading back here. We can follow up here and into this area. The beautiful view of the winery and the beehive center, honey store. We'll check out this area first. And now we can unveil the new texture models for the beehives. But as you can see, that massive wood support is active in there. And into the main area, which is that can switch on the smoke. And we have dozens of beehives or structures. In order to make the bees happy, we have little flowers up here so they can actually make money, so this store can actually function. Just a little quick view out the window. We have the tram line, which you'll see later on in this video. Now heading here.
A rapture reminder. The bottom of the
And
ocean
down
is our
here,
home, but it can also be a
we have the
dangerous
first
place.
out-of-game
Any
location
leak
for
is
the
a bad Report any unexplained water promptly to the central
beehive
console.
store. The Silverwing Nest, that's it. I'm trying to remember the damn name for it. We have a beehive storage area, honey processing, little offices for the place to work in. And over here we have materials used to make more beehives as the colonies grow. Along with a little bathroom that still needs to have a toilet put in. Now this way, we can go up. This elevator is just for here as well. You don't notice it because it's a little tucked in area. We have additional storage areas, because we have to follow the rules of the buildings. If there's a building in the city, it has to have something in it, even if it's just a simple storage area. Now, I will cover this area in a moment. I will get back to it. But moving upwards, we have more simple offices, like so. Taking full advantage of the new materials we've been using, like mud bricks. And on the top floor, we have a little crop area for a store to use. As I imagine some farmers markets will be growing in local areas. That's why. I'll just realize that when the bees fill the hive, it changes textures. And taking advantage of the new blocks, the frog-like blocks been replaced to be an Art Deco one, seen in the Burial Sea expansion. This area is still being touched upon, so there's a lot of empty rooms. But every room has been decked out in Art Deco and has a light to it. Now, going down the elevator, we can quickly check out this additional store area. We have an additional little market area for players to use. Provides a the ocean view and farmers architecture, the arches and the arcadia. Sorry, folks, creaky chair. This area also doubles as a farmers market for the villagers, as you can use them to trade for things, like simple stuff like emeralds, sticks,
Andrew
beetroots.
Ryan reminds us
But these
we
ones are
all
all
make
farmers.
choices, but in the end, our choices make us.
Now, to continue our tour, we'll just quickly head back to the main areas. I will cover the added on areas in a moment. But I'd rather get the in-game locations out of the way first. Sorry. Now, onto the woolly valleys. Back up about that. This area has mostly stayed the same, but we have added additional areas. keeping with this bizarre building's layout, you have the opening area, the little store and cafe, tasting area. And we now move on to the wine storage area. This area was a little tricky given the odd layout of it all. Sorry. As you can see, we've done our best to add to it while also keeping it the same. Down in the proper basement, it's been pretty much restored, but as you can see, all the blood, the guts, the gore, everything that admittedly was only in this area mostly, has been cleared up. Giant barrels have been added. Now this one area was the trickiest, because it was clear that this area was built during the war, but I couldn't really let it just be removed because it would look bare and empty, so we converted the shack into a private tasting area. It's not big or complex, but it's a nice little touch. Now we can go back up here. Following the wine barrels, we can go around this corner and into the vat areas. These were a nightmare to build. I have no issue admitting that. I was tempted to fill them with lava so they'd leak out something, but all this is wood. I'm not tempted to do that. I'm not that crazy. As you see, the vats have been pretty much identical to the ones I have already. There's some weird shapes there. Now, we've done that. We can explore the non-canon areas. Starting with this area, the winery's been expanded to connect to the additional locations. This is the winery's business center, the offices for the distribution of the stuff, and also other advertisements, marketing campaigns. Anything that is paperwork is done here for the winery, along with some luxury offices and some more simpler things. simple little thing. We have Silver Lounge. Small, simple, intimate little thing. And then we have Gold Lounge for the upper class of Rapture. The Fontaines and the Ryans. This takes up 2 floors of the building and is completely ritzed out. Complete with a fireplace that doesn't burn anything, thankfully. And its own private bar and kitchen. Moving back down here, we can now cross over to the other out-of-game location. We have the other bathroom. And this area is staff only. And that is because this is the main area for growing the berries for the crops that make the wine. All grown under UV light, of course. This part of it extends to the entire side of this structure, barring the top floor, for the most part. This also serves as the main storage center, complete with a pneumo system to transport the berries down or up, and a glass ceiling to allow light in from the surface. Now, back down the staircases, we can explore the other side of the building, a little place we showed you earlier. So follow these stairs, up we go. Take this little staircase this way, across the barrier. This area is also an outer game location. There is no doorway in here. Just a quick little up here. This area is still largely under construction, but I felt a little compelled to show you guys. Taking the concept I showed you earlier with the farmer villages, this one also serves to allow other villagers to trade. Why are they all jumping? Freaky. We have clerics, smokers, farmers, and shepherds. All here, this is all just for main villagers. Down there we have an airlock that connects outside. And up here we have additional villagers to trade with. That way, even if other players don't want to trade, you can at least get some trading done from the villagers. Although I'm honestly surprised that an iron golem hasn't spawned yet. Bit weird though. But in other news, up here we have a little office for someone to move into. And down here... Man, where's the stairs? There it is. I walked right past them, I do apologise. Now this way, we have some slot machines to gamble. An additional cafe. Complete with a view for people to see how the food's made. A simple store for someone to rent and use. Now, just a quick little look here. Another area for people to move in that's still under construction, unfortunately. And has a bit of a leak issue. Up here, we have one final little area. It's a little apartment and hotel complex. nothing major, it's just something that's added into it, because in this game area there is a building above us near the winery. So we had to put something in this building, and a hotel seems appropriate, or an apartment complex. Now back down here, we can just speed along here. And get completely lost, because I'm very talented at this. Oh. We can just cheat a little, breaking that block. We can fly down, and up here, and this is where the two connects downwards. We can see some decorative barrels put on display. Some metal panels. An additional bathroom for the gents. And this tunnel connects over to the multiplayer area. Just follow around through that tunnel. We'll check that out in a minute. Now, this elevator leads upwards to the second floor. But this is the multiplayer farmers market area. It's been mostly restored. All leaks and damages have been corrected. And all areas are accessible for people to explore. If you follow this way, we can see the fishery, the cafe, the deli market, and the honey store, which is just over here. And of course, taking the stairs up, it connects up to the other areas where honey, beehives, and nectar can be sold. The only thing we've added store-wise is this little flower shop, which will allow us to connect to other areas. It also allows us to give a good view of the other side of the buildings, as you can see. Now these areas just connect to workshops and stationary areas, so it's nothing colossal. So we'll skip that for now. Now this area is the winery, and as I showed you a little bit earlier, this one connects to the building next door. The main winery. Just following this little tucked in little tunnel we had to build to get to connect the two buildings. As you can see, just connects to this area. And this area will allow us to connect to other buildings in Rapture, because we are building a fully functional city, not just the main location areas. Taking the stairs up here, we can see a massive skylight area and a little storage area for items and belongings for people to place. We have a little pumping station room to keep the water out of Rapture, and a little staff only area. Up here we can find more offices for people to use. After all, Rapture isn't just industry, science and art, it is offices and paperwork. Now down here we can find one last little area. After all, you can't just travel via bathysphere down here. You also have to travel via train, or in this case, tramline. You'll find these under most of every major location we've been building, but this one is the most extensive outside of possibly Olympus Heights, I believe it's called, or Apollo Square. These tunnels will connect to every major location with glass tunnels connecting it. Over here we have an industrial train station to dump off cargo from Arcadia or other farming locations, with an elevator that connects to everything, which is what you saw on the way up. Now just hop back down here for a moment. Now, there are 3 stations, technically 4, that connect all the locations. This one connects that elevator you saw earlier, with a little glass skylight, as you can see. Excuse me.
Hé Marie, pourquoi cette tête d'enterrement?
Je ne sais pas, Jean. C'est à
And
cause
if
des
you can
petites
hear
sœurs,
that,
je ne sais pas trop quoi
we've
penser.
also added
Petites
some
sœurs?
other languages into
Tu
the
savais
texture
qu'elles
pack
sont
to allow
aussi bons en
French
matière
and
rapture
English
en
audio.
classe?
Vraiment?
Bien sûr. Chez Ryan
Over here we
Industries,
have
ils s'arrangent
another
pour
train
les aider
station
aux
which
petits soins pendant qu'elles
connects
font leur boulot et nous protègent des bandits et des
to
terroristes.
here, which will
On
allow
a
people to
tous besoin
get
d'un
into this
homme
section
et
of
des petites
the
sœurs.
multiplayer location. And the other one's still a little bit under construction, but it's supposed to be 2 stations combined into one. Now, up here, hang on a sec, folks. Oh, never mind. Up here we have a simple little bathysphere station. It's not much, but considering most of this station is based around the tram lines, and in Rapture, bathyspheres will be more for high-end users, considering they are submarines, not cars. Now out here is basically where another tunnel will connect to another location. And as you can see in the workshop, it is getting a bit cramped. All the locations starting to get a little too close. As you can see, the tunnels, when the buildings connect to tunnels, it will mostly be this glass tube. Basically, the tunnels you can traverse through by foot, just scaled up onto a massive size. By taking an engineering approach, each one's going to be sealable using a massive steel door, designed to simply slam down, no mechanics required. Now flying along here, you can see a little control fence that we're still working on. But if you noticed when we were in the main atrium for the BioShock 1 farmers market, you noticed the little tunnel? This is it. Complete with billboards and custom map art. Flying along here, we'll see a pumping station you saw earlier. Now this is the station that's still under construction. I will show you in a moment what I mean, but for the most part it is done. Now this is where the tunnels connect out from the building. We have some industrial pipes for decoration. But other than that, there's nothing else to see out here. Sorry about that, folks, about brief gap in the thing. I was answering the door and my cat got out. Okay. Now finally, onto the probably last section. Although it's entirely possible I've missed something, this area is massive. Following up this train section, we can explore one of the few last remaining parts. We have another section of stores. We've got a salon. We've got a fish tank. We've got a clothing store, and adding to the new texture pack, we have some clothes. Now this is originally the leather armor, because that's actually in dye. It's been transformed into business suits and hats. We have a little bookstore in the middle. And we have Rapture Records, complete with gramophones, music discs, and all the things you need. Complete with a lovely view of the ocean. Now, up this way will connect us to the little farmer's market you saw earlier. Here will be a waiting area eventually. Now, up here is a small motel we've been working on. The lobby is still under construction, along with the kitchen area, which is this area. But as you can see, the rooms themselves have been done. It's small and it's simple, but it is what it is for the building size. The top floors are all hotel rooms. Following back down these stairs, we have another store still in development. And through this way we can get back up here. Taking the stairs upwards, we arrive to a little we have offices for the tram, the Atlantic train line. It's not much, but it's a small little thing for this area. Considering it has 3 stations, it is required to have some offices up here. Now, back down here, we can connect to the farmer's market all over again. There's villages again. And back to here again. This area, of course, connects back to the beehive. Now just hover around in ghost mode for a bit, so you can see all the details we've added to. These are all the areas you see in the game. They're a blink and you'll miss it area details. Over there is Arcadia, the parkland. We are working on a train station to handle the majority of the passengers, as well as the tram line. For the most part, that is it, as far as I know. I think odds are I've missed a few small locations. But that is the farmers market as part of the North Atlantic project. If you're interested in joining the project, message me on Planet Minecraft, or leave a comment below if you think you have any ideas for future parts of this location. And my apologies about the stuttering. I'm not a talkative person, I'll admit. I'm trying. But that's it for today. I will try and do this regularly if I can, but these locations do get quite large. I think the largest area is either Apollo Square or Hephaestus, but they are massive locations. So without further ado, be sure to like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. And once again, I apologize about the lateness of this video.